The one thing to say is utility is important, so we'll see how ENCE can build into this economically at the start. They're going to elect to go for Alexi B on a kit with 2 flashes. Everyone else is ready to fight.
Well, there we go. It's all been broken down. We have got a couple of smokes on the liquid side as well. Flashbangs and a Molotov to boot. 3 players towards the B-bomb side for ENCE here. It's going to be Sergey, who's trying to find the initial quick kill. They've detected Elige towards logs. He knows he has to get the hell out of there. The flashbang comes over from T-spawn. They've still got plenty in reserve, so that's okay. But this is going to be enough. Nitro with the bomb. It's Alu protecting the boiler room of Aerial, focusing on second mid. No real damage inflicted on either side just yet. Elige lucky to walk away with 85. And we'll see now if ENCE want to go any further. They have established top of banana control.
Fantastic opener from the CT side. Elige tries to combat that with shots toward X7. Puts him down to 6 HP. And they want to exploit B, and they've already got a rotation going the other direction, just based on the fact that the contact with Elige was so far down middle. X7's going to get boosted.
That's a nice boost too. You don't see this too often in pistol rounds, and they've got 3 players to defend. The smokes will be deployed towards CD spawn, not towards coffin zone. I mean, the Alexi B does have vision. Will they check the boost? They absolutely will. Twist will bring it back to a 4-on-4.
And a bit of a double-edged sword. They wanted the low HP player to be on the off angle to try and get the shot before he could be responded, but it also meant it was easy to take him down, and with the smokes in position, the site is open. They'll boost again. Not commit to the ledge, though, because Alu gets spotted too soon, and he's lost Aerial underneath. First kill may have gone ENCE's way, but every kill since has gone liquids, shall we say, as Alu wants back in. There was a kit in the round. It's nearer to the site. Low HP on 3. The chance gets smaller with each passing second, and Elige back around the corner to find his 3rd. Pistols now in favor of Liquid. 3-2, but 1-1 so far on every single map. The question is, can they convert? Can they get the momentum?
We'll see. You're absolutely right. Alu is going to invest in this round, so suggests the 4 spies coming through. He's got the scouts Aerial with the UMP, a few deagles to boot. So you really want the smokes in these sort of rounds. They've got 3 of them. Ideally, you want to get 5. There's the 4th, so it comes through. So you can treat this like a gun round and have Alu providing some damage at the start. He really does need some tags here to increase their chances of winning. Doesn't necessarily need headshots, where those would be great. But a slam towards the apartments, but not taking any damage just yet. Aerial and Sergey will be at the top of the balcony steps. Elige, though, top of B. He'll get the first frag. Nice work with the Krieg. To be tagged up as well, even more so now, as Aerial does pull one back. That's towards the apartments, and they've managed to at least pick up a UMP here.
Alexi wants to play forward of the utility. That's why. So that when they run through, he's ready. More forward than they expected. The pistol has the power. They'll go above him, and he's not suspecting Stewie to do so. It still leaves us in a... Ooh, I say 3-on-3, just barely. Elige surviving the nade with 1. And they'll swap the guns as a result. Stewie goes onto the Krieg. Flash out, Pillar protects. He gets the first shot, looks for the second as well, finds the headshot. And just Alu left to discover, shall we say. They don't know that he's toward the ruins, but when they do, very little chance he gets away with it. In fact, he's already starting to head back towards CT with the scout. Bomb's not planted, keep in mind.
Yeah, it's certainly not. So Elige 1 HP. Bomb will be planted. That should make the chance of Alu doing anything with this almost 0 now. Might be better off to saving the scouts as he checks the flanks here. Looks like he will just be backing out of the scenario. He hasn't got any armor, but he will save the rest of the snipers. Nice recovery from Stewie, especially. You saw that little change they made. The low HP player of Elige, he gets given the SMG, throws over the Krieg, and that's where Stewie can find 2 kills towards spawn. And that pretty much confirms the round. They know that now, as Alu will get nothing out of this. We'll have to go back towards the A site, and it will be a full eco next round for the Finns. So it'll just be USPs and the saved scouts. I don't think they'll do much of it, but you could probably get 1 or 2 kills, maybe. Stewie making sure he gets out alive there, but the 2-0 is confirmed. Liquid should be at the 3-0, no problem here whatsoever. Round 3 coming up, you shouldn't see much investment at all from ENCE. All hovering around $2,500. I'll have to wait until they can bring out the heavy artillery. The AWP of Alu will be something quite special and a difficult threat for Liquid to manage.
Very, very aggressive. Spawning a boost at the corner, knows there's 2 players there. Easy to deduce. And he'll reduce that down by one as he catches out Sergey. He may even suspect the third just based on the fact that there was suddenly someone further right than the timing suggested, so it's clever enough. He'll have made that call and go back over toward the A side as a result. Out from apartment, Elise jumps in. First kill already found. Alexi inside by the box. He was aware of that as he heard him rotating back in. And X7 suddenly alone, far removed from the action, and Liquid looking to convert the third round.
Yeah, nothing given up. As clear as it will get, as they take all 5 players down. But here comes the AWP. We've seen Alu time and time again purchased up with nothing more than the AWP. No armor, and he seems to be absolutely fine with it. And we'll see whether he wants to do it here. He's on for the AUG instead, so it seems like he's going for a more utility-based approach here. Like we said before, he's absolutely fine on the rifles. Won't be a huge deal, but he won't be able to get into 5th gear just yet. Holding towards top and middle. He'll be there waiting with the flash in his hand. He'll throw that over, have a quick peek towards the underpass position in 2nd middle. But another default here from Liquid. They've got easy banana control at the start. Didn't really cost them any utility either. So they might just send big numbers over there at the start, considering they've still got a MAC-10 and UMP. Still powerful weapons in this sort of round. You can see Alexi B and X7 without helmets here. So if they can find those players close range, that could be problematic. Flashbang behind Nitro to allow him to pick towards the apartment. It was a double stack in that position. CTs will now have to fall back.
Alu. AUG in hand. Smokes, but he's got a nade that's going to go out. Only should do damage on one now. Takes the brunt of it. We'll go back for the bomb. So too the rest of the team. They'll head back over toward B instead. Very passive hold inside of the site from both Alexi B and X7.
Alexi B still has a smoke. X7 with nothing. So with 35 seconds, if he can drop that around the 30-second mark, that would be fantastic. They've got a strong chance of holding on this push. As soon as he sees the smokes coming in, that's when he'll deploy it. So now, Alexi wants to throw that. Indeed, he will. So now he's got a chance to actually fight up close, but the flashbang catch him. So does Stewie2K. Lovely shot from Elige. They've cracked this site wide open, and it's a 5-on-3. I don't think there's a chance you can go for this map.
No, not at all. They have to concede. B is so hard to retake once it's lost. Again, we talk about that even on trades. Even if you lose 3 to getting 2, you still lock out the site so effectively. So at this point, yeah, save the guns, get away. Liquid, they're going to get their 4th round. ENCE cannot afford to give up the rifles they have.
I feel like when the clock reads 35 and you still have a smoke, you really should be deploying that without any sort of cue. It felt like it was a bit too late on the smoke. He drops it in. By the time it does bloom, T's are already coming through it. With the flashbangs, you could have potentially dissuaded them if you got it down there a bit earlier. So that's my opinion, of course, and could have gone either way. But the flashbang's just way too heavy for him, and down he went with nothing. So 3 will survive, though, on the ENCE side. So something there, but still don't have the AWP. They'll have to maybe take a pause here, I would say, and just discuss how they're going to distribute the wealth out and make sure they have the strongest buy possible, and whether they'll take a different approach considering there's going to be compromises here. So round 5, no pause caused yet, but it could be coming in at the final seconds. Not going to be the case. X7 stays on the Deagle. Alexi B, CZ, so they don't get drops here. They're going to just try and do what they can. Well, that's all they have.
Pushing with Alu behind. You mentioned his aggression. He doesn't have the AWP, but this is one of the positions he loves to play. He's so good at finding kills toward alt mid. From near the bench, and smoke to protect them. He should be able to fade off this, but Twist actually gets the angle. Alexi B comes back underneath, but it's only for the trade to equal it because Elige found a kill in the meantime.
So now they know the players towards 2nd middle, and X7 has given up his hand towards B as well. The fact he's fired off those Deagle shots, that's where I'm going right now. You want to go challenge him as well. The fact is he doesn't have armor, no utility. You have to sit towards the coffins here. If he gets one, he has done remarkable work here. He's being silent, but can he be deadly? Not quite. He's going to be Stewie to take him down. That should be round. A nice little probe towards middle there from ENCE. They managed to at least trade out kills, but as soon as the fact they heard the Deagle towards B, it felt like it was done for me. He had to just maybe hide on the site and hope for the best.
How incredible would it have been if he actually baited with the Deagle and had a rifle? That would have been the perfect scenario for it, but you're right. As soon as they heard those Deagle shots, run it down. Alexi B found 5-0 for Liquid. Talked about the T side of ENCE and the potential that it has. Well, the CT side needs to arrive to give that any chance at all. Well,
finally, we'll see the AWP for Alu. It's not too late yet but certainly doesn't look good for them. A CT-sided map, and they're 5-0 down. And Liquid are not showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas at this point. Will we see one of the classic Alu pushes towards second middle? Apparently not. He's heading towards B at the start of the round. Wants to get that first pick and fall back. I dare say he commits to the wider angle, but he gets completely flashed. And so does his teammate. X7 still good for 2 frags. That's very strong indeed. That's enough work done. Alu can fall back off this. Take a few pop shots towards the half wall, but Alexi B ready for the challenge from Nafly. They've got a 5-on-2 advantage here. Surely this is where ENCE will post their first round on the board here.
Sliding under, but Sergey and Atrium traded again by Twist. He's only got 11. This is finally ENCE stealing back around. Shouldn't even say stealing, really. They were convincing from the off on that one, and they'll keep the 4 guns up, 5-1. 4 guns up and a healthy bonus behind them still. Chance to get back into it. It's not like Liquid has a ton of money post-buy this time. I say that, Elise certainly does, the rest not quite. Quickly with a Molotov toward Banana. 3 players in alt middle though, so this will just be about getting position, and Stewie the one to do so with the AWP. He's got to be very careful given all the utility thrown at him. Pre-smoking the deep Molotov and anticipating the peak. It was perfectly assumed, but wrongly did he expect the flash. He gets blinded and has to get away. Thankfully, his smoke serves a double purpose because not only did it extinguish the Molotov that went low, he was able to sneak back out inside of it and not be spotted.
Well, the problem for ENCE is here. Yeah, they have B control, but look how little they have left over. It's cost them so much to get that. No frag found. He's a flash from Elise. Rolls out of the boiler room there, and Alu will sit back towards the arch. They are going to come with a flash attack, I would say, from the apartments. Where smoke towards library, double flash of the chimney, send players towards the pit. There's the flash. Will Aerial be able to stop them here? They've actually got towards the pit. It's looking quite good for Liquid now.
Aerial flash. Going down as well. Nitro overwhelming. Elise gets pit. This one was just gone the second the flashes flew. They got every single kill they needed. Stewie following that up to get X7 as well. So I said it, ENCE, they kept 4 alive. They've got a big bonus behind them. Now they're going to need it because this looks like 6-1 for Liquid. Thankfully, the new money system, rather than the older, they would be in dire need.
Yeah, they would be in a lot of
victories.
trouble. But Alu saving the AWP, and he can drop a rifle. They are going to be a maximum loss bonus for sure. So they actually have a bit of residual cash after their pretty convincing victory before. So they won't be eco, especially if Alu can save the weapon. But a very good round there from Liquid. Changing things up. Nice simple approach there. No smokes, no telegraphed antics. Towards the A side, just an effective flashbang and a passive hold on the bomb side there from ENCE. They had no pit presence. That was the problem. As soon as one of the players made their way through towards the pit, so much pressure applied. The flashbangs were spot on and overwhelming. Liquid made their way through and get a 6-1 lead here. They are looking destined to lift the trophy at this point. It's such a convincing first half, and then the third and final map. ENCE, like I said, still have a decent buy here, but not really posting many frags at all. Alu 1 and 3 had to save the AWP a couple of times now as he checks towards the underpass. We'll have Stu up against him. Oh my goodness, lucky to be alive. Takes only a shot to the leg there from the AK, it seems. The battle banana goes through once again. AWP there for Stewie. Can't quite land the flick, and Alexi will punish him for it.
Twist waits on the stairs. Down. Well timed on the flash. Nitro strikes, but Alu has the other side covered, and more importantly, the bomb is on that side. And he's got a rotation toward the top of middle as well. They can actually defend the bomb's position. Not with Twist sneaking through. He actually got underneath the Varial, jumped out with the wall down toward the pit. He recovers, and they go immediately for the plant before anything can be done. from Alexi B, who walks out suspecting they would be too busy inside of the site, not knowing that Nitro already had the graveyard, and Ariel's locked in because of that.
Yeah, he really is, and he's the only player of HP, not anymore. X7, they'll just have to sit back and wait. And you've got to be gutted if you're out of there. You've got a great shot, you've got the bomb down, you feel like Apartment has been covered by your teammate, but I assume he looks away for a slight second, and Twisters jumps out, claims the kill, and he does survive as well, so it all comes crashing down. Alexi B and Alu had to work hard for those frags as well, but it's not enough. 7-1 confirmed. X7 saves the organ. Remember, they still have that maximum loss bonus, but still, they're going to struggle to buy into the next round. Only 3,400 per player coming through. X7 can drop, I suppose, but I'm almost certain a partial buy will be on the agenda here as all three players for Liquid survive in the pits. They'll have AKs and a Krieg to carry over. Did not manage to pick up Stewie's orb, but there's plenty of cash for him. He can buy another one. This was nice work. Their flashbang and kind of synergy right now on the Liquid side has been perfect. It's these flashbangs that have been so overwhelming for ENCE. Every time it looks like they're in a promising position, bang, flashbang comes into the face and they're just done for. Very good on the timings right now. So I speculated a partial buy here. Either way, they're going to take a tactical timeout as Twister will be brought in to raise morale, work out what adjustments can be made. They're going to have CZs and scouts. They have got HE grenades here as well, so maybe bombarding towards that B position, go for a double kill. It's desperate, but could work out. So 3 HEs, a scout, a saved org. But these rounds, something about them. You can catch your opponents off guard here. We'll see if they can do that. They're going to nade down towards the bottom of the middle by the looks of things. Maybe just push off them as well with the CZs. We'll see. And indeed they will.
Nitro waiting. Twist. Quick peek back out. Nitro with him. They tried their best, ENCE, to do something unorthodox, and Liquid was perfectly positioned. Forget the mental break, shall we say, the thought of finishing second. Liquid showing no signs of any weakness, anything that would cause them anything less than victory at this point, really. They're on a move and right now and on a tear at 8-1.
Yeah, I think they've only lost to one Eco round so far in this entire series, and against ENCE, that's impressive. They are very good in those sort of rounds. They're throwing everything they can at Liquid, but they're holding strong at this point. Alu, he built his AWP up so much, but hasn't delivered with it whatsoever so far in this third map. It's great on the first two, so is that grenade. Stewie essentially swallows that one. The last few rounds of the first half now. Number 10 this round. And still with one. They've done damage here. They have the advantage of sorts.
He's just trying to keep them busy at B. He's held it long enough. We're down to 1 minute and 10. His teammates will join in position. Alu. Oh, I mentioned his aggression in middle. He's not scared to take that peek late. Stewie had no idea. He was just standing there.
Is that for the smoke?
I think it must have been, because Nitro ran out through it afterwards, only to die to Sergey, so presumably he had the same perspective the other direction. Ariel has Twist. This time they read the apartments. That was what cut them off last time. 43, and they've backed off B. They've gone the other way. There's only one inside of the A site. If they're quick enough, the rotation won't yet be there. This could still be Liquid's round.
Ariel needs to be careful of his positioning here. If he gets taken down, you're absolutely right. This falls apart very quickly. They've spotted in the Molotov at his feet. He can't adjust. He's going down here. And now it's up to Alexi B. Smoked out of the bomb site. His teammate completely caught off guard. He'll have backup from X7. They can boost behind the smoke. That's an option for them, but with the bomb down now, an incendiary to follow up towards quad. This is giving time for Liquid to set up a really deadly crossfire.
Massive crossfire. You're absolutely right, as X7 works in. His teammate's not far off of him, though. And Alexi's got the first shot, which means they can focus on Nap. But he gets pulled. He's been quiet to start, but loud now. 9-1. Liquid getting so far ahead, it looks unlikely, but ENCE, they need to win everything. They need to get 9-6. It's the only chance I see for them.
Such a sick round from Nap. That's a compromised position at best. He's low HP as well. He has little information as to where the second is. Spots him as he finishes the spray and somehow nails the headshot on the repeat you just wouldn't expect. Most players just tuck themselves in the corner, try and buy some time off the bomb. But he just challenges and absolutely blows them out the water. Another partial buy here for ENCE. 9-1 down on the CT side of Inferno. This is looking rough for them. This is not the Inferno we were promised. They've got a couple of flashbangs, 3 smokes. And they'll do what they can, but there's only one player towards B. And he'll have to smoke in return as well. So they bait out the utility. Liquid are fine with that. They know there's not going to be a bunch of it. They actually come for double digits. It feels like this half's been going about 5 minutes at this point, and they've just absolutely ran over ENCE.
Next 7. Stewie, Legion, Naf. Flash close, flash far. Double push though. Perfect way to counter it. Get aggressive. You know what the response of those, or at least the result of those flashes is going to be. But the result is B, because even though they lost that kill on A, they immediately attack the other site. Twist waits at the bottom of middle to cut off the rotations. Gets 2 for his troubles. And double digits is looking inevitable. I say that for Liquid. I still think it is, but Ariel, or rather, excuse me, Alexi has an AK picked up, has armor to smoke.
He's saving though.
He's going to say, I think that's the better decision, really. An AK on the CT side. I said they need 9-6. They have to play. Surely 10-5 is the cutoff.
Yeah.
That has to be it.
It's a dream weapon on the CT side of Inferno, but this is a nightmare scoreline. Alu will have no kit. Doesn't really have much chance of going for any sort of defense here. Elise is there to block his attempts regardless. And we are going to see Alexi B save the AK. It's about the best news they've had this entire half, to be honest. It really hasn't gone well from the all. 1 round picked up. They were 5-0 down. They posted 1 round, but then they've given up another 5 since then. They saved the AK. Orb has just done nothing for them. I think 1 kill for Alu so far, the AWP. That was that aggressive peek down towards the mid barrels. But that's about it. He has not looked himself. He's just been completely removed from the game, from the great utilization of the smokes and flashbangs. That combo has just been so brutal from Team Liquid. He hasn't had a look in. Once again, it's another default here. Everything's working for them. They're hitting all their shots. They've got more than enough rounds for a T-side campaign. Anything else at this point would just be a complete bonus, and I don't think ENCE will lock out all of these rounds. They'll try and change things up. Nice shot from Ariel. And they've got a nice advantage here. They're going to get back as well.
Stewie already on 2 HP. Not much for Liquid this time. Sergey's back inside the stairs just in time at Graveyard, and as they walk around, there's a crossfire with 3 players staring down the chances of Liquid. Stewie already gone. He gave himself up essentially, given that he was so low, but a minute to play with. Not a lot to play for on the Liquid side. I'm still with Naf. Good position, bottom of Banana for ENCE. Early rotation towards CT, and as I mentioned, the 3-man crossfire in A. They'd have to do something catastrophically wrong to lose this round, rather than Liquid even having a chance to win it. Smoke. Alu's got it before it blooms. We can still justify going for this, based on the money. So any kill they had gotten in that situation would have been a benefit to them. Not a lot of loss, but it is the second round for ENCE.
Yeah, they changed the setup up. You can see them getting 2 players towards the apartments, and one watching the stairs. That was Ariel, gets a nice opening kill. Sergey battling towards second middle. They had to change their stance somehow, and it seems that worked out for them, but they need the rest of these rounds. 10-5 has to be the scoreline here for me to think they even stand a chance. Still battling back, though. That's their second. 3 rounds left, including this one. See if Alu can change his fortune towards mid. Stewie loves that play, standing in fire, trying to fade out CT. When it works, it looks really cool, but if it doesn't, you just lose half your health and CT's fall back.
Sandieri goes down around the corner. Flashed in. Exactly what ENCE need. He holds his ground. Gets Stewie as well. Didn't even need anyone else to swing wide. He's got 2 more there. Should the attack continue, and it will, Naf is found. Nitro over toward the A side of the map, a bomb down alt middle and 2 players pushing banana. There's, again, similar to last time, no chance that Liquid can really make anything of this.
Yeah, still got a spring in their step, it seems. That was a nice little push from ENCE there, detecting the T's on the other side, getting ready for an execution there. The flashbang over, confident work with the AK-47. That's what that gun enables you to do, is actually challenge and those heads-up duels, and X7 will confirm the round here. It's a 5 versus 1. Nitro really cannot do anything with this. It will just be attempt to the frag's not going to happen. 3 players jump down his throat, and it is going to be the 3rd on the board for ENCE. But money's still there for Liquid. This is going to be relentless for ENCE. They really have struggled here, but maybe it's not too late. They can keep these sort of plays coming through, get that 10-5, win the pistol. Sure, there's a lot of variables there, but certainly realistic ones. If they win this round, money might be at a position where it's compromised for Liquid, depending on the bomb plant.
Utility in banana, as is always the case. Aerial working in conjunction with Sergey. He's gone back to the site once the utility's there, but a rotation early toward B. They're going to go 3-2 split with B being favored. And this is why. They're going to challenge it yet again and try and anchor off this side of the map, which they've managed to do in the last 2 rounds. And it seems they will again. Deep smoke, I think Alexi goes straight through that. Sergey's already burned a leash. He's going to push mid. He's going to go out. He's behind them. They're not even looking. They turn back at the last second, and Stewie's gone. Again, they find themselves with 5 alive and very unanswered kills.
Yeah, it might be too little too late. I'm afraid this is great, but they needed to have this confidence at the start. This couldn't really get into the game at all, but it's looking much better now. Another 5 versus 3 with Twist down to 6 points of health. They still have a slight chance in the round. They've chosen the correct area of the map. Only 2 players here. They got that kill on aerial. They really would have stood a chance. Bouncing the flash off the door allows them to get back in position on the bike right now. Secondary flash available to him. 35 seconds. Liquid is waiting for him to peek for intel and hopefully take him down. The flashbang comes in once again.
Good shots. Take out aerial as X7 gets Twist back in return. It's a 1-on-3. Naf's got 16 seconds, but that's unlikely to amount to anything. It certainly does not as Sergey catches him trying to retrieve the bomb. Bomb was really the only chance for him, and now we get 10-4. Liquid will string together the money they have to get a last buy in the half.
Yeah, I don't think it will have absolutely everything. It's not bad, though. They've got 4 rifles and all grenades. It's just Nitro that has the UMP, so they haven't had to eco this entire half. And if you ever find yourself in that sort of scenario, you can consider it a pretty good one for yourself. HE deployed at the bottom, doesn't do a ton of damage, but this one could. Alu ready for the first pick, and this is the shot he specializes in, but the flames will push him back, and his teammate will be dropped in due course. X7 removed from the equation, but some decent utility damage. That's about the best news they've got from that. Sergey looking to respond here in second middle. Pushing the bedroom. Alu will have slight back up here. Needs to land one of these shots. It feels like he's going to. So many players there. Will he get out alive, though? Double kill comes through. Oh, my goodness. They might have stolen this one away. They take the advantage somehow. The collateral kill comes through. And Alexi B boosts up as well. That's a nice position to get at least 1 frag.
And this would be the first round they would win, having not got the opening kill. They've been comfortable to sit on top of the advantage they've given themselves, but this time they claw one back. It's 10-5. ENCE have a small chance. We'll see what Frankie feels in the arena.
Well, I don't know about you, and I don't know about you, Dallas. How are you feeling? Do you think that Liquid can win this and break the curse? Well, now you know. Let us know what you think, because we're going to take a break, because when we come back, someone's going to win. We just don't know who.
It's all or nothing. It's the end. It's the last half of DreamHack Dallas, and it's Liquid that's up 10-5 against ENCE as they switch over to the CT side. A chance for the second at the Intel Grand Slam. And regardless of who wins this, it certainly would move Liquid to the top of the leaderboard in the rankings and ratings as well.
Well then, ENCE actually give themselves a fighting chance at 5, as I said, is actually enough. It's not great, but there's something there. They can get the pistol. That would be the last thing to do. Let's see if this is going to work out for them. It's actually Stewie pushing towards bottom and middle. So many frags coming in his favor. Headshots are plenty. The bomb's down towards D steps. It looks like Liquid have done enough here to give themselves another step forward to lifting the trophy in the third map. X7 will be left towards the T steps. USP in hand. Not a done deal just yet. Because this quick kill, just like that, there's a chance now as he has to fend off another. Core reloading takes no damage for it. There's still a chance for him here. He drops the smoke and he's going to pretend that he has pushed. Will they go through this? They're going one by one. Oh, they've given it away! They have absolutely thrown it. It's X7 who just bamboozles him with the smoke down towards T steps. He suggests he's running in towards B to go for that quick plant. They did not have to go through that one by one. They could have waited. They could have just let the plant come through and confirmed that he wouldn't take them down. Sure, it would have given them extra money, but that's a massive round to give up. I can't believe it. X7 is the hero for ENCE right now. Now we've got a game on our hands, Matt.
Alexi pushes with the UMP. And you're absolutely right. 10-5. Now 6. To convert all 3. Within 2, have a game, because that brings back into question the defense from Liquid we saw in Overpass and the aggression and precision in which ENCE was able to exploit that. Even through into overtime. Flash catches out Alexi. That was team thrown. Bit of a mistimed play, but the smokes down will protect him. It's not going to be too controversial for their approach. Naf does get 1.
Yeah, this is the very important round, though. Liquid have force-poured into this one, and they've lost another kill here. They'll be full eco next round, so the 3-0 is looking very likely as Alu just keeps applying the pressure towards the arch. It's Nitro with the shotgun, just trying to get a consolation frag. He'll get that. It's $900, but still doesn't change the fact they're going to have to take an eco here, and ENCE right back in this game now. This would be a nightmare if it goes against them now after having, what, a 9-1 lead, and they somehow give this game up. Goodness gracious, that would be a nightmare for them overall, as once again they will be fully eco here. P250 CZ, that's about it. No armor, no nades, and ENCE will be destined for their 8th round here.
Made back, Naf hit 283. Stewie on 69. Naf's done for. Can hear it coming. Death marches on as Alu takes him down. And you're right, 10-8, we've got a game, absolutely. And ENCE are very much back in this.
Yeah, that's true. With the force buy in the second round as well means there will be compromises. Not a single helmet available on the Liquid side. No kits either. They do have the utility. That's what they've opted for. And up against these 2 UMPs, this could be a very dangerous round for them. It's Nitro with the sniper this round. Does he want to get aggressive? He doesn't. He just sits in a pretty default position towards Arch. Sergey will challenge for banana control here. It's going to be Stewie at the very top. He has spotted a couple of players there. Sergey's not slowing down at all. Stewie 2K on for 2 frags here. The HE follow-up might be enough. It does take Sergey to 13, but he has managed to break through towards the B side. They could get a plan off this.
Stewie trying to swing back in, will take down Alexi B. Didn't see the player right beside him, though. Sergey gets the trade as a result, but luckily he did find one more before falling.
What a flash that was. Really helped him out to deny the plant. And now they have the man advantage, 3-on-2. Sergey still 13 HP, waiting for X7 to come in from banana here.
Molotov down, and Liege sits back. Smoke goes on top of it. He won't be able to see the player at water any further. It was Sergey on low HP, who could still go down. Oh, I thought the Molotov is going to extend and catch him. It does keep him off of the default plant position, which buys more time, and Twist through the smoke takes down X7. That's the high HP player. Liquid look like they found number 11, and Nitro confirms it. It's their first round in the last 8.
Well then, it will beat Stewie 2K to keep them alive and kicking here. As he gets flashed in, I think it was from Nitro who managed to set them up. Deny the plant, but it was a bit of a bonus round, remember, for ENCE. That was the 4th round. They brought over their SMGs. They still got plenty of money for a full buy here, including Alu's AWP, which didn't stun us at all in the first half, but still plenty of time to see what he can do on the T side at this point. He has Nitro still up against him. As the Molotovs are thrown towards the top of B, just trying to get that full control. Now Fly ready with the bounce HE. That does a lot of damage if you can time it well. There it goes. Unfortunately, no one there to receive.
From X7 makes no doubt in anyone's mind that he's inside of the apartments. Smokes go down in either direction. Good spray from Elige. They tried to jump through and commit onto the flames. That certainly helped his cause. Made short work for the bullets to take care of as Stewie takes care of X7. Alu gets the response on him, but it's a 4-on-2 with 24 seconds.
Yeah, it's a worthy trade, I would say, and they'll head back towards the B side. Who's waiting for them? It's Nafla. As long as he gets one, they're absolutely fine. He goes down with nothing, and now there's a chance to plant the bomb. They're absolutely getting this one down, and Sergey knows he needs to do a little bit more to give them a chance of winning. They won't not be considering this at all. He'll let the first one not even go by. He could have been worth 2 there, Matt.
Easily worth 2. Naf got caught in an awkward position. If he had to play behind the sandbags, he had them likewise toward Banana. But the bomb planted and Alu on the op, still a chance for it. No kits to note as well for Liquid. This went from a 4-on-2 that was desperate to suddenly a problematic situation on the retake, and Alu might isolate them. They've split up. They're checking Banana. He's sitting new box. He knows where the bomb is. Fountain's going to protect. And that gives Nitro the time to speak out wide. And he's picked up a kit as well, thankfully, because there was barely enough time. The 5-second defuse will do it.
Goodness gracious, Naf really tempting fate with that position. If you're anchoring towards the B site and there's a round you can still lose, you really want to play a position where you can hold them up. You can duck and weave. You have a fallback if you have to, if there's too much pressure. Well played to Elige for the opening 2 kills, but still way too close for comfort. And it will be Liquid winning the round and actually sending the money into a bit of a concerning situation for ENCE. X7 has $7,300. The rest, they're all hovering around 35. So will they take the partial buy here? Allow Liquid to get to 13 potentially, or manage to bring a big weapon out and see if they can have that tactical approach. They purchased a MAC-10, a couple of them, P250s as well, so the partial buy has been confirmed. As they do use a timeout here to deliberate over their options. They had a bit of a resurgence here on Inferno. They looked like they were absolutely done for, and when they were 9-1 down, somehow they brought it back to a 10-5 scoreline. Still not great considering on the CT side, but no, there's a real game to be played here. It's going to take a lot to make this round work with just the MAC-10s and pistols, but stranger things have happened.
Flash off Nitro. Downed, caught out so fast from ENCE. He had no chance to react or recover. A Twist is stuck inside of the site. Good headshot on Alu, because he could have been in a huge disadvantage if they wrapped around. You mentioned the nade. You were impressed by the damage that it did, but they're still down a man on the Liquid side. And bomb planted again. They've picked up weapons. ENCE could steal this away. Smoke out for Elige. Bounce off the skybox to put the nade in the site. That puts Galaxy B down to 32. But they've got position, and they've sprayed Elige through the smoke. He's on 39.
This will be such a massive round if ENCE can pull it off. MAC-10 rush towards middle. They take down the Yorpa, and now they're in a 3-on-2. It looks like Liquid will have to tap out. They don't fancy it at all, and it will be ENCE picking it up with P250s and MAC-10s. I can't believe it. It was that first kill. Nitro caught with a flashbang. Wasn't expecting such a pounce in that position, as they'll try and get away with what they can. Alexi B too low to stay in the bomb site, so he'll exit through the apartment. And he did go down, but they recovered the AWP regardless. X7 and Aerial survive. Same story for Liege and Naf. But now ENCE getting close to double digits. I still am shocked at the way that pistol round went down. I've never seen such a panic in that sort of moment as well. You got such a huge lead. Sure, he's got the bomb. He's made a great play. The smoke down there is just the way they reacted to it really doesn't bode well for the rest of this half, as they have to take an eco now. Team Liquid, that is. ENCE might find double digits after all. It looks like it's going to be a very one-sided game here at the start. But they've been tenacious, and that's underselling it. Aerial will go towards top and middle. He's got 3 players with him. Nice position to lead towards quad. Can they snowball from this? Apparently not. It will still be advantage towards ENCE, and XCB might want to calm it down here. He will be committing the player towards the pit, but he eliminates the initial threat, then stays alive as well. He turns around to get that frag, and there's nothing Naf can do. 4 versus 1. He saved his right from the previous round, and that's pretty much all we're doing. He's 6 and 14 right now. One of the shining beacons for Team Liquid usually is having quite a slow game.
He has to just hope that he doesn't get found inside of the chapel position. Oh, he's taking the shot toward Alu. Could have stayed quiet and they wouldn't have suspected where he was. He's changed his position slightly, but there's lots of time for them to get support here. Even if Alu gets attacked, they're in position to defend that, and you're right, he only has 6 kills. He had massive 2 on top of the site on A in the last half. But now he struggles again. He was quiet to get going on overpass as well, but when he did, that was the ultimate, I guess, decision in the outcome to get it into overtime. Even then, they came up shy.
Round 23. I did not think we'd get this far. It's Liquid who will be taking the timeout this time. It's Nitro to call it. It is tactical. Naf has the M4 from the previous round. Things starting to look very worrying for them. Huge lead has completely evaporated at this point. Team Liquid will purchase up what they can. I don't think an AWP is available to them. We're going to have a couple of M4s brought out. Liege on the AUG. Nitro with 4,300. Best he can get is a rifle with limited utility. I think he's been dropped a weapon, so he'll still have a decent buy. Stewie with the USP right now. I assume he might have a sniper on the floor. What's he got? So they do have an AWP available. That's as good as it gets for them, but Alu has his. Is this when he starts to get stuck in fully to the game? He'll be challenging towards top and middle. Stewie, on the other hand, will anchor towards B. Did this a lot in previous teams, most notably MIBR. Capable of doing so, allows 4 players to hold towards top and middle, and that's working out fantastically so far. To Liege with a 3-man spray down. Nitro will chime in, and Sergey left for dead. He'll be towards the second middle position. Liege isn't slowing down at all, though. His head's been spotted as Sergey tries to fall back. Nothing he can do with this. What a brilliant round that was from Liege.
Sergey checks stairs. He's found. Twist to get them there. 13. Not much he could do, not further he could go. And Liquid doing enough with the lead they had. Certainly the momentum's been against them, but 1 round after losing 2, the bonus is the same for either side. And it's the last buy in either direction. Liquid's got slightly more residual, but a bomb plant would inject more cash to ENCE. That has to be the bare minimum if they want any chance of pulling this game back. Alu, great start. Nitro gone, and they will attack on mid immediately to take the wall at the very least. They want as much control from a single kill that they can get.
Well, the smoke will deny them access, but still, the point stands. Alu with the opening pick from T-Steps, taking down the in-game leader of Liquid there. The nade will tickle X7 slightly down to 72. And they have 5 players towards the A side of the map. It seems like a firm call's been made. Stewie just wants to play B by himself so they can boost the defenses. But X7, he snuck out the apartments here. This is looking dangerous. It will be Twist to pull a kill back. It's getting neck and neck at this point. They're just trading kills left and right. It's going to be Elite trying to hold on here. Down to the 1 versus 1. Stewie, remember, anchoring towards B. He has the orb towards Library right now as Alu awkwardly has to try and get himself back in towards the apartments. He's got so much time available to him. 3 kills in this round. Can he close it out?
Fans for both. Op versus Op. Alu with 3 kills already. Stewie not willing to move, not wanting to, hoping that the play will come to him. Unfortunately, he's about to find out in about 10 seconds that it's gone the other direction, and that gives the advantage to Alu.
It's a fine move from Stewie there. That's what you really should be doing. You've lost track of the player completely. Instead of being caught in transition, at least hold a position where you can go to both bomb sites. Where's he off to? Oh, he had to get a kit. That's so disappointing for him. That's going to make this almost impossible now. Alu will have such an advantage. He's changed up to an AK at least. He'll have to make noise upon his approach. It's getting past the halfway point at this stage. Alu was in the new box position before in his 2-on-1 attempt, and he's got such an advantage. He can wait for the defuse to come through. Stewie has a smoke at least. He can smoke on top of the bomb. That actually helps him out, considering Alu has the AWP. If he touches this now, he actually might be able to do it. Alu's running in with the knife, going for the splashes there. Is he connected? He's doing with the defuse. It looked like he was completely done for, but he's managed to win the round. It's 14-10 in favor of Team Liquid, just when it seemed that there was no hope. It's ENCE that can't hold on, and as soon as the smoke goes down on the bomb, the fact that Alu has the AWP, his chances shrunk. He panicked and had to bring out the knife, and he swings in wildly. There wasn't enough. I don't think a single connection goes through, and at that point he loses his AWP as well. Such a huge round from him, and it might cost them the map. Their money has got to a very interesting stage. Ariel, $2,800. Sergey, $37. The rest are hovering around 4.5k, so there is a buy there on the end side, but it's do or die time. Do they purchase into this round? Try and deny championship points? It looks to be the case. We've got 3 AKs here, 2 UMPs, enough utility. And here we go. ENCE will have to do something quite special with this setup to make it work.
Quick peek from Elige, no one sighted, so he throws the nade over toward alt middle instead.
Oh, what? That must have been the HE from Naf and a follow-up incendiary.
Yeah, it certainly was not all flame damage because he wouldn't get caught on the edge of his smoke. Most of it would have been extinguished. Sergey. Inside of the apartments. Sergey's going to swing it around. This looks to be an A approach. They've already lost 1 on B. Would have yet to rotate, but are confident enough in 3 players on this side of the map. Twist in the pit. Normally aggressive when smokes go down in front of them. They haven't challenged him too consistently because most of the killing has been done early in the rounds. And it's more about recovering the late executions. Good play. Waited this time. They didn't use any utility. They focused too soon in the site. They trade him off, but he finds 2, which means the advantage is still with Liquid and Nitro. 10 seconds left. Drops the bomb despite Ariel getting him back. He's got very little to work with. He will have time to plant. And interestingly enough, not quite quick enough on the rotation. Liquid will give him a chance to reset and ready himself for the fight. He is protected by the box. If they don't trade this perfectly, he can actually line up both. And he has the information. He's heard the footsteps as to both positions, but now checks it brilliantly. And it's map and series point again for Liquid.
They've got a 5-round buffer here. 1 more will do it. The trophy will be theirs. It was surprising it even got to this 3rd map. The veto went so well for them. They stole Mirage away. They then somehow gave up Overpass. Inferno looked like a complete lock-in. They were 9-1 up, but ENCE somehow have got back to 10 on the board. Double digits is found, but they have to buy here. They're going to need a miracle at this point to take this one to overtime. Team Liquid surely have done enough at this point. Round number 26. Is this where it all ends? Huge upper hand for Liquid. MAC-10, CZ, UMPs, 2 AKs, and barely any grenades, but it's a strong HE at the start. Stewie takes 2 to the face, down to 7 HP. Nafly off angle to challenge from CT Spawn.
Sergey tagged to 1, but he got the opener on Naf. That's the important aspect of it. The nade certainly would find, and does find Sergey, take him down on such low HP. He had no idea it was coming through the smoke. And Stewie, without smoke in front of him, is actually staring at the backside of the site, still with the AWP. X7 fires in with the SMG. Elige, he catches him off though, trying to transition. Bomb is being planted at default, 3-on-3. They at least able to level it up when they entered through.
This is a chance for ENCE here. But Liquid still in the 3 versus 3. No utility left on the ENCE side, but they have got the AWP. That's not going to be where it strikes first though. Alu with 2 on the AK. ENCE still alive it seems, but Elige will do what he can. Down to almost no HP. It's Electib to finish off the job. 15-11, 4 required for overtime now, and money has been shattered on the Liquid side. ENCE will at least get 1 more here. As we enter round number 27, I don't think they'll invest much at all. Stewie with absolute minimum in terms of loss bonus, $1,400. This could be a double eco situation. Just to confirm the victory at this point, you might just want to consider that. Because they'll get $1,900 next round, and that's not going to be enough for a buy. So I feel like that's going to be the case regardless.
Sergey makes the first contact toward the site. Stewie's forced off of it. Naf, also damaged in the exchange, tries to come back out with the CZ. Shots go back in, but damage almost not enough for the Deagles at this point in time. Need to get an advantage that's sustainable as they attempt a stack. Late game stack. ENCE hasn't really checked out the rest of the map, but they aren't committing either, so they have a chance to still do so. Liquid want to win this on a forced eco. In other words, they haven't fully invested, but they're working with upgraded pistols.
Here we go then. ENCE will make their way around Arch. You can see them doing so very methodically, very quietly. But the final commitment will have to turn some heads here. They're walking into the 4-man stack. Liquid could actually win this round.
X7 tags his teammate. He shot Sergey in the head. They're nervous on entry, but they're finding the kills now, and Naf can't respond. Nitro can! He's in the corner, 15 seconds. But taken out, and ENCE survive. They find their 12th.
And like I said, this is double eco territory. 15-13 should be happening here. They can't invest once again. At least 3,200, same story for Stewie. So this is getting a little bit too close for comfort here. A couple of rounds after this one will all it'll take to get us to overtime. And if it goes down like that, I'm not sure what will happen. It's the nades down towards the bottom of mid. No real damage done towards ENCE. Nitro. Player tags until those nades arrive. Stewie now down to 62, but he is very proficient with that Desert Eagle. 3 head in towards B with the bomb. Area holding towards Boiler for any flanks. As they just try and sniff out what's on the other side of this B-bomb site. First kill for Elige, so he gets the AK as well. He's falling away.
Stewie with the Deagle. It's on Sergey. Gets the shot back instead though on the AK-47. And that's the rite of passage that they need, or is it? Naf! Headshot back in return. They're still in a 3-on-3, but Electib changes it. It's Twist this time, but it's not that he can deny the plant. It's not that it's so low and so pressured as it was in the last round. He does deny the plant, but there's 56 seconds, and it's a large order for him to try and stay alive long enough for Elige to arrive. Gap in the smoke, AK in hand, 1-on-2. Elige does not have a kit or any utility to work with. He'll get closer. He'll give this a try. Crossfire is well established, but if he could... Ooh, a pistol throw, even to try and dissuade or distract. If he can somehow catch Alu, he has a chance, but Alu ducks underneath. And it's 15-13, 2 rounds left.
Oh my goodness. Liquid, after giving up a crucial round to the MAC-10s and P250s, have found themselves now just 2 rounds away from overtime. Remember, a 9-1 lead they had on their T side, and there's still a possibility they give this map up, including the trophy. Alu will have a full buy now. AWP, of course. We'll see if Team Liquid, after this timeout, will have the same weapon. Nitro is $6,200, contemplating his options here. And he does go for it. He said now Fly was quiet this game. He's 9-18, hasn't shown up in this third map. He had a great overpass. We will see Elise at the very top with 24 kills, Twist with 22. For ENCE, it's Alexi B, who really has shone bright here. 23 frags on his T side now. And we've got Alu on 20, Sergey 19. Ariel a little bit quieter with 11 and 20, but like we said, 2 rounds. That's all separates them from overtime. They would have such an edge if they could get it. It would just break the morale of Liquid.
Stewie behind the sandbags. Doubles up. Exactly what they need. This could be the last round as Stewie finds 3. Ball goes down. He swings wide pistol, but he can't get Alu. No need to overextend for the trade. They'll sit back and rest upon it, but they've actually lost a second in this as well. Nap's gone, so it's not done yet. AK picked up to go with the AWP, and they can still open the map. Twist has to be so perfect in position on A.
Yeah, he needs at least 1 kill here. It's in a strong spot, but you can see him focusing towards Arch right now, and they're sneaking underneath him. This could be problematic. If they get the clean kill on Twist, all bets are off. They can bring this round back. And he detects threat now. He can sense players on the other side. It's going to be a kill for Twist, surely. He gets the first. Is this where it ends? Alu in a 3 versus 1.
Shot Twist is tagged, but he's got the kill, and Liquid have it.